Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. The inspiration for this video came from some of you who sent me Instagram messages talking about your plant challenges, wishing you had green fingers and that you can't even keep a succulent alive. I wanted to jump on here to let you know that my plant collection certainly wasn't an overnight success, and succulents are actually quite tricky to keep alive. It's a balancing act between getting the right lighting and water. I'd love to share with you some of my easy to care for plants that would hopefully set you on the right path to success. And if you're new to the world of houseplants, I hope this introduction would be helpful for you to get some ideas on what to add to your collection. Most of these plants that I'm about to show you require little to no bright or direct sunlight and very little watering as well. Zanzibar gem is the very first indoor plant we had in our home. We picked a baby version of this from a Lunar New Year festival many years ago. This plant thrives on neglect and only requires hydration once a month or maybe even once every 2 months, depending on the humidity levels in your space. So it's a great plant if you're away from home quite a bit or can't keep to a weekly watering routine. Light is also not an issue with this gem, so you can have it in your bedroom, bathroom, and darker corners of the house. I highly recommend this if you're a beginner to houseplants. You'll find that the peace lily is pretty common in public indoor spaces like offices, cafes, and shopping centers, and that's simply because it requires minimum care. Producing large green foliage and white flowers, SPATHIPHYLLUMs will let you know when they're thirsty with drooping leaves that perk back up after a good drink of water. This takes out any guesswork of over or under watering, unlike most other plants that may look well one day and severely dehydrated or rotting the next. This one I have keeps sprouting baby leaves, so I usually remove some of the larger leaves to keep the size manageable. As you can see, I have some browning tips on my leaves over the course of winter and will start pruning soon. Not all SPATHIPHYLLUMs look the same, and you can definitely get ones that grow upwards and tall, similar to the look of a Strelitzia nicolai or bird of paradise. If you like the ease of caring for a peace lily but prefer something that looks a little different, try a variegated cultivar like the DOMINO I have here with speckles of white and crinkly textured leaves. Or if you can find the Picasso peace lily with bold contrasting white and green colors, it may cost a pretty penny but guaranteed to look amazing in your home. Golden pothos. If I had to put money on the one fuss-free beauty every plant lover has at home, it would be the devil's ivy. Another common plant seen almost everywhere, the pothos doesn't require much attention and can thrive in really low light conditions. They come in various sizes and you can style them creeping up or trailing down like I have here. This one has beautiful big and bold leaves, but I started with a smaller one in my collection, and after seeing how easy it is to care for, I went ahead and brought this bigger one home. The leaves are pretty hardy. I only water mine once a week and it's grown without any fertilizer added. Another plus is the ease of propagating pothos. You can snip them right under the nodes and pop them into water for roots to continue growing, then transfer them back into soil and you'll have yourself a new plant, or back into the same pot to create a fuller look. If you find a certain plant loving life in your space, I like the idea of collecting more of the same in different cultivars. And with the pothos, you can add the Snow Queen, Mandula, Neon, and Marble Queen, a couple of which I have here. It's nice to style a corner of your home with a variety of these with similar light and water requirements to build one happy family. Here you can see the comparison between the Marble Queen, which has green and white marbling on the leaves, and the Snow Queen with more pronounced green and white patches on the leaves. I'm still on the lookout for a Mandula, which is like the opposite of a Snow Queen with more white in the center and green surrounding it. I'm sure you've all seen this everywhere. Another easy plant that is an absolute angel. You can get different variations to style up your space by mixing and matching colors and heights. A lot of Zanzibaras in our area are of the taller kind that look great in the corners of rooms or on plant stands, and there's a whole row of them at our family GP. I opted for the dwarf version for my work desk, as this is honestly the easiest plant to look after. Be it office air conditioning or heating and lack of watering, my Zanzibaras aren't fazed by the neglect and haven't had issues with pests. I love getting them cheap and cheerful in small sizes, then watching each new leaf grow over the months. These two are the newest addition to my Zanzibara family that I need to find pots for. There are many philodendrons to choose from, and they make for pretty easy plants in general. I've chosen the Philodendron Brazil for this video as it's inexpensive and you get maximum beauty with minimum stress. Almost a twin to the pothos, this plant will grow in the direction you guide it, which opens up many ideas on how to style this in your home. This one is a great plant to kickstart your philodendron collection, and I love the lemon-lime variegation on the leaves. Instead of holding up my large Monstera deliciosa, I'm featuring the RHAPHIDOPHORA TETRASPERMA instead. The two are same but different, and I guess this one is commonly known as the mini Monstera due to similarities in look and care requirements. It's perfect if your space doesn't get much light, as the bright sun will burn the leaves. I find them both fuss-free, so depending on what look you're after, the Monstera deliciosa works well if you have a bigger space to fill, and this mini version is great for tabletops. I've repotted two plants into the one planter here, and the idea is for them to grow towards the ceiling together. Let's see how the plan goes in the next year. Moving on to plants that I got purely for their beauty without researching ease of care, and have been pleasantly surprised at how low maintenance they are. Starting with my favorite, Aglonema Siti Nurhaliza. For those of you from Malaysia, yes, this plant is named after Datuk Sri Siti Nurhaliza, one of the country's beloved artists. If you know the origin of the plant's name, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, but I must say, it's no wonder this plant is named after her, as it's absolutely stunning, with pale pink speckles and stripes. This gem is no diva and has been sprouting new leaves throughout the colder season and well into spring. With weekly watering and sitting pretty in the living room, she's the reason I would love to get more Chinese evergreens in my collection, and the absolute unicorn, Pictum tricolor. But for now, this plant brings so much joy, and I love how she grows in a cute, rounded top shape like a topiary. I'm always on the lookout for more syngoniums, and here are 3 of mine that are thriving very well. Arrowhead plants are a breeze to care for and have such pretty foliage. I got the Bate and Illusion ones when they were small young plants, expecting them to take a while to mature, but they are definitely fast growers. The Robusta was a bigger plant to begin with and has not stopped sprouting her beautiful pinkish green leaves since leaving the nursery. Try welcoming a syngonium into your home if you're into plants that grow quick, so you can enjoy seeing new leaves unfurl on a weekly basis. As with all other plants in this video, these arrowheads are watered once a week and positioned away from the window, 2 in the bedroom and the other in the living room. And last but certainly not least, the avocado seed is another simple plant to get you started where you won't need to fuss with soil, pests, or weekly watering. Just the occasional topping up of water when it reseeds, and of course a trip to the grocer's to get an avocado to start with. Be surprised by the shape and color of the seed depending on the type of avocado you get, and sometimes the sprouts multiply, which is exciting to watch grow. You could have so many of these lined up in a row, and it instantly adds a touch of green to small spaces. I shared my step-by-step process in an earlier video, which I'll link in the description box below. Just remember that we're trying to bring the great outdoors in and recreate the right amount of light and humidity for your plants to thrive. So don't be too hard on yourself. With time, you'll learn the different characteristics and needs of your plants. Also bear in mind that most plants can be toxic, so be sure to check the care card if you have young children or pets at home. So those are some of the plants that I highly recommend if you're new to plant collecting or have failed before and would like to start out again. I hope you are encouraged to give it another go. Most of these plants thrive on slight neglect, so it's also really good if you travel a lot for work or aren't at home very much. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, and if you'd like to continue following me on this journey, feel free to like or subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care everyone!